and I didn't even take out the camera, and it was packed with people looking at it, and well, oh, nice, nice. And the only thing I was thinking about was, wow, imagine when you're from Norway or Iceland or America or whatever other country in the world than the Netherlands, and you come here and you see, hey, they have a waterfall here. And then you come over here and you see all this parking ground, and you're thinking, oh man, this got to be something. And then then you see that. It's just it's unbelievable. I can't believe that's such a touristy thing here. So welcome to today's video. Yeah, I'm actually in a small holiday home in the Netherlands. It's about 45 minutes to an hour's drive from my house. But yeah, it's a nice area. It's called the Veluwe, and yeah, it's a lot of nature, a lot of forests. And yeah, I just wanted to show you that you don't have to get out of your house for a very long distance to find some interesting shots. So I'm just right here in the garden of my house, and the house is in the middle of the forest. And I already saw some squirrels coming around here, so hopefully I will manage to catch one of these in the next couple of days. But yeah, I'm just walking through the garden. It's not really a garden, but an open space in the forest next to our house. And I found this little yellow flower. And the funny thing is that this flower is in the sunlight, and this background on the other side, let me show you, that's still in the shade. And yeah, what I did, I just put on the 100 to 400 millimeter lens, and I'm just gonna try to shoot this little flower. And yeah, I think it will make a very nice contrast. As you regularly watch this channel, you'll know that yeah, I'm always searching for this contrast in light and dark, and this is a really nice one. So yeah, let me show you how that's gonna look. So I'm gonna put you on the tripod for a minute, trying to get all these little flower balls into the frame so that that one is not behind another. I think this is the right position, and I just love this contrast in colors. So here's the shot. So I actually found another flower here, and it's now in the shade, but just a couple of minutes ago this flower was in the sunlight, just coming through a gap in the canopy, and it just hit these two flowers, and this bush in the background here is completely dark. So this was lit up, so I've got a picture with a completely dark background with some green patches from the leaves, and then just these little flowers on these strands. I don't know how you call them, but yeah, I think it's a really nice composition. It's also with the 100 to 400, so hopefully yeah, this will turn out nice. So if it did, here's the shot. So as you might have noticed, I changed something. So in my last videos I was complaining about this wireless receiver that I lost it a couple of times, and yeah, when I lost it in Belgium it cost me 100 euros because I couldn't find it back. And after that I lost it a couple of times, but every time I found it back, so really happy with that. But yeah, I was looking for a solution. I got a couple of tips from you, and I tried all different things, and I tried attaching some Fesco, I think it's called, but it just didn't work, and this doesn't stick enough, so it's just quite a weak thing. So actually yesterday I drove by a camera store here and I bought this wireless, or this lavalier microphone, and I can attach it to this, so this receiver is in my pocket from now on, and there's a wire underneath my shirt going up here, and it can't go anywhere. And actually this thing is so tight so it won't fall off at any case, so really happy with that. So hopefully that's solved for now. So let's find some other shots. So I found another flower here. Look at this, it's a nice yellow one, and this one is in the sun and everything behind it is in the shade. And these kind of shots just only work when you have this separation, a light subject and a dark background. So it's really funny to be doing this kind of stuff, and it's actually I'm about 100 meters away from our holiday home, and yeah, I'm just walking around looking for flowers, and I found this one, and it's actually the same. I underexposed it, and that's a really important thing to do. If you have a light subject and you underexpose it, you get the separation between background and foreground, and it's just yeah, it creates really nice images. So yeah, I just shot this one. I took a portrait one and a landscape orientated one, and yeah, I think they are really nice. So let's see at home what it will bring. And this one I got the aperture up a little bit higher because I just it's quite a large flower if you look at it. Oh, where is it? I think it's over here. But there are a lot of flowers around it, so I want to get as much as them sharp, but I don't want the background sharp. But because I underexposed it, the background is going to be dark anyway, so hopefully that will be okay. So let's have a look if this one worked out. I was sitting in our holiday home, looking at the maps of the area, and I just found about 500 meters from our house, there was a sign on the map that says waterfall. Well, the first thing I got in mind was a waterfall in the Netherlands. I don't know about that, but of course I thought let's go there, and well, it's a really touristy place with a ice cream shop and a large parking ground and benches to sit on and all kind of signs and stuff. Let me tell you this, I have never seen a bigger tourist trap than this one. It's just, it was just a concrete canal that was completely man-made, and it drops down in 3 levels of about 3 meters each. And I didn't even take out the camera, and it was packed with people looking at it, and well, oh, nice, nice. And the only thing I was thinking about was, wow, imagine when you're from Norway or Iceland or America or whatever other country in the world than the Netherlands,
and you come here and you see, hey, they have a waterfall here. And then you come over here and you see all this parking ground and you're thinking, oh man, this got to be something. And then then you see that. It's just it's unbelievable. I can't believe that's such a touristy thing here. But yeah, of course, for the Netherlands, it might even be the only waterfall we have in the Netherlands. I don't know any other one. So I kind of get it, but yeah, it just felt really stupid. So I'm actually walking on the other side now. The waterfall is in that direction, and it said that about a kilometer in this side there was a small waterfall, because that was the big one. And if I looked at the signs, it might be that this one just looks a little bit more natural. And yeah, I'm just gonna have a look. It's a small hike, and I've got nothing to do. It's been an extremely hot day. It's about 30 degrees today, and yeah, there's a little breeze coming through the forest now, and that's really welcome after a day like this. But yeah, as you can see around me, there's not much light coming through this forest, so I don't know if there's anything to shoot at all, but we'll see. At least I'm having a nice walk, and if there's some images coming, that's let's hope. And if there's not, then I just spend my time wisely. So let's see if we can reach the other waterfall, or at least waterfall. Can you believe this? This is the second time I got into some sort of tourist trap here. So yeah, the small waterfall was actually the same as the big waterfall, only then smaller, but also just concrete stuff. I was looking at Google Maps, and I'm just not shitting you right now. So let me try to show you. I hope you can see it on my phone. It actually says here, Little Switzerland. So that's the open area in the forest I'm looking at right now. So when I'm thinking of Switzerland, I'm sure as hell not thinking about this. Look at it. It's just as flat as can be. If I'm thinking Little Switzerland, I'm thinking about hills, and of course I'm not expecting mountains in the Netherlands, but come on, if you call a place Little Switzerland, put it somewhere where there are hills. This is just ridiculous. Yeah, I'm actually a bit disappointed in the Netherlands right now. I'm sorry if you just booked some tickets here. This is not going to be a real promotion, but yeah, it's just a shame. But I did see something promising, and it's not for today, but eventually it will. Just look at this, because right over here, it's small. I know it's small, but there are some patches of heather already turning into its beautiful pink colors, and that's something I'm actually waiting for. So I already told you the last couple of weeks that I intend to struggle a bit in summer conditions, and this is just what I'm waiting for in this season, just for this heather to get into full flowering. And then we have some beautiful areas in the Netherlands where I have to go to. So that's actually what I'm waiting for. And then after the heather, it's just starting to get into autumn. So then there will be enough to shoot here. But this time of year it's just really difficult. So I'm gonna walk back to the car, and if I'm finding something else, I will show it to you. So I'm walking back to the car, and I did find something that can be a shot. And if you look behind me here, right in the middle of the forest, there's this one different tree than the rest. But there's no light at all. But looking at the position, I think if I would have been here about an hour earlier, that would have been perfect, because then that tree would have been lit up by the sun. So it might be worth coming back here tomorrow, but I don't know yet. But let me try to show you on the other side of the camera. See, the tree is right over here, and I'm just going to take a shot. Maybe it's something with a little dark and moody stuff, but I don't think it's good without any light. But I'm just going to take it just to know it's here, and maybe I'll return here the next couple of days. So I'm back in the same forest I was yesterday, and yeah, I'm just hoping to find a little bit more light. So I'm here about an hour earlier than yesterday evening, and yeah, hopefully yeah, I will spot some different things, and I know a little bit how the forest works now. So I was a bit negative yesterday, sorry for that, and let's hope I can flush away that bad taste today. So I'm actually hoping for that same shot I've seen yesterday, with that single tree among all these big trees, and I'm actually gonna look for that. I know almost where it is, so let's see and if we can find that. So I actually found the exact same spot as I was yesterday, and I walked just a little bit further into the forest, just to get a little bit more of a right angle on the tree. So let me show you what I'm looking at. So this is the frame, and there's this one tree over here, and the rest is all the same straight line trees with a little bit of grass. Maybe it's pushing my luck a little bit, because I have no idea if the light is going to hit that little tree, and that is actually what I'm hoping for. So this shot only works if the light hits that tree. So right now this tree is in the dark, and it just falls apart from the background, and yeah, you can see there are a couple of lines. Look behind me, there are a couple of lines of light coming into the forest. So I'm just hoping that if the sun goes a little bit further down, that somehow the light is going to hit that tree. So I actually moved the camera 2 meters to the right, because the light isn't on the tree I'm hoping for yet. But let me show you on the back of the camera. As you can see, the light is hitting one tree, and one tree only at the moment. And yeah, I actually noticed that, and yeah, it looked kind of cool. And yeah, I was standing here waiting for things to happen, and I was thinking, why not try this shot? And actually I think I might really like this. So there are patches of light, there's one tree in the light, the rest is in the dark. Yeah, it might just work. So if the other shot isn't going to work, I've at least got one shot today. So yeah, let's just see if that if that is going to work. So how lucky can you get? I was just apparently being so silent, waiting here for the light to hit my tree, that this deer just came out of nothing. It's actually walked up the hill towards me, and the only thing I did was just turn the camera, and slowly with one hand I just changed all the settings to ISO 800 and get rid of my 5-second timer, put it on high speed mode, and it just stopped and looked around in a spot where there was exactly a little bit of light hitting it. So let me show you what I got. So this is the shot. I hope you can see it. It just looks razor sharp on the back of this camera. And I think it's a rather nice shot. Just this deer going through these, yeah, big trees. And because the deer is in the light, it's very easy for me to get the whole image a little bit darker. And yeah, just really lucky. So apparently waiting helps sometimes. So gotta remember that. So as you can see behind me, maybe it's too bright, but the sun is just above the tree line there. So the last bit of light is just starting to get into this forest. And unfortunately, the shot I was on earlier just didn't work. It just the light only got to these lower two branches. And so I started to walk around a bit when I found another composition which might even be better than the earlier one. So let me show you this one. Now it's all stuff that I have to look at home, but this is actually what I'm looking at right now. So I've got a vertical frame, a couple of nice lit up trees in the foreground, a patch of light running to the background, and there's this different tree that I was photographing earlier. Yeah, it's just starting to get a little bit of side light here on the side. Yeah, it's not much. It's not much, but it's worth trying. I think it's a nice composition. Maybe I'll just twiggle it around a little bit to see if I can get it a little bit better. But yeah, I think I just got the best of it right now. So I'm just walking back to the car and I'm just looking at my shirt and I'm thinking, man, I'm just wearing the worst color shirt to shoot some wildlife, but somehow it worked out. So maybe it's a stealth color. Maybe these animals don't see these bright colors. I don't know how that works, but if you do, then please leave a comment. But or maybe it was just because I was so still that it just didn't notice me at all. But yeah, I'm happy with the shot, and yeah, the deer just moved on. So I think this is the end of my my trip. So we were just here for a couple of days, and yeah, we had a lot of family time. So I didn't do much photography, just in the evenings, and a little bit around the park, around the holiday home with all these flower shots. So I hope these worked out. I haven't seen any shots yet, but yeah, I hope I can make this into a video. Maybe the material is also bad that this video is never going to see the light of day. It will be the first time that happened, because yeah, I always tend to get something from my pictures, and yeah, so let's hope something worked out, and then you will have seen this. So if you like the video or the pictures, then please leave a comment. I always like to communicate to the people watching the videos, and yeah, if you have any tips and comments, please let me know, and this is a learning process for me, and I'm not. I actually released my 20th video this week, so and this is actually going to be the 24th, I think, or 25th. So I got a couple ones ready at the moment, but yeah, I'm really happy with how it's going at the moment, and yeah, I hope you're all still liking to watch the channel. So if you haven't subscribed yet, then please push that subscribe button. It massively helps my channel to grow, and please push that thumbs up button, and yeah, hopefully YouTube will get me into the algorithm a little bit faster. So thanks for watching, and hope to see you on the next one. Bye for now.